Alright guys, the WWE Games Creation Suite livestream has just ended and we've got to see a lot of this year's new additions, which I'll be covering in this video. But before I get to those, if you haven't already seen the video that I uploaded earlier today, then check that out using the annotation on screen or the link in the description, as that covers a lot of the new additions that were announced prior to the livestream. Right, let's start out with Superstar Heads, which is new within Create a Superstar this year, as you'll be given these three options when you first choose to create a superstar. So you can choose to create a superstar, a diva, or a WWE superstar. Once you choose the WWE superstar option, you'll be taken the superstar head screen shown here, with 14 available superstar heads including Chris Jericho, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, Edge, John Cena, Kane, Paul Heyman, Randy Orton, Roddy Piper, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H and The Undertaker. Whichever one of these that you choose, you'll also get the superstar's body and tattoos, so if you want to update CM Punk to have his real tattoos in place of the ones used in the game, you can simply add a paint tool on top of the fake tattoo and replace it with a real one. Another option that was shown was the ability to switch the body type, so you can switch the body skin and morphin from your chosen superstar to that of another. So as an example, you can see Chris Jericho's head here with CM Punk's body and tattoos. Also shown was some of the preset attire templates that are available, with these changing depending on the superstar head that you choose. So as you can see here, these are the preset templates for Roddy Piper, which include his blue trunks and hot rod attires, but if you choose Jericho, you'll get some preset attires that are specific to him, including his Save Us trunks from SmackDown vs Raw 2009 and his classic tights. The only downside is the one that I mentioned in the last video, as you can't change the face, so at the moment it appears that you can't actually add or remove facial hair or change the default hairstyles, but there may be some hope, as you'll notice that there's a template option listed under faces, so it could be possible that you'll be able to switch between versions of a superstar's face using this option. For example, if you choose the Undertaker and the Faces option, and then under the Head section choose Templates, we may be able to switch between Taker's long and short haired models, but that's not confirmed as it wasn't shown, so it's just speculation at this point. Even if that's not the case, there's a lot of potential, as you can still create classic or referee attires, and keep the available current day stars up to date by creating any new attires that they debut. As for Roddy Piper and Paul Heyman, it was confirmed that Roddy Piper isn't in the game outside of Superstar Heads, but you can simply load up his head, choose his Blue Trunks template, save it, and there you go, Piper's in the game, ready to use. As for Hemann, it wasn't mentioned if he's actually in the game as a manager or if he's only in Superstar Heads like Piper, but his model looks really good, so it'll be cool to create him and use either a current day or even a classic ECW attire. When it comes to saving your edited superstar, you'll have the option to save it as an alternate attire for the in-game model, which is then available to use in Exhibition or Universe mode. But if you do this, then you won't be able to change the finalised details such as the superstar's name, social media account or the ring announcer name. But if you choose to instead save it as a separate created superstar, then you can edit all of these details yourself. Apart from that, the final bit of information in regards to Create a Superstar mode was the confirmation that save slots have increased from 50 to 100 slots this year, giving you plenty of space to save updated creations. Switching to Create a Championship, and we'll get our first look at this in action with some of the belts included in this year's game, such as the NXT and NXT Tag Team Championships, with the confirmation that all the belts that were available as DLC last year are included in this year's game. When creating a championship, you start out with the option of whether you want to create a custom championship or a WWE championship. Now the difference here is that if you choose a custom championship, you'll get a set list of custom preset designs to start with, while if you choose a WWE championship, you'll get a list of preset real world championships to use, such as the WWE or World Heavyweight titles. Once you've chosen the preset design that you want to use, you'll then have all the options that were available last year, so you can edit the colouring of the belt and the strap, with the new option to apply logos or custom paint tool data so you can better customise it. Also shown were some of the new engraving designs, which you can see here, of which there are 50 in the game, and they all feature a 3D bevel effect to help them stand out. Once you've finished creating the design of your championship, you'll then be taken this finalised screen with the same options as last year, so you can choose whether the belt is for superstars or divas, if it's a single or tag team belt, or if it's only available to cruiserweights. Apart from that, there's also the ring announcement name, so you can choose up to 6 of these available names to be used during ring entrances, of which I think it's the same as last year, but there may be a few slight differences, although there's still options there for you to string together the Ring of Honor or Total Non-Stop Action World Heavyweight Championship names. Superstar Threads was also shown on the live stream with some examples of the new option to customise entrance attires this year, as you can see here with the Undertaker's entrance attire being changed to white, and it was also confirmed that CM Punk's threads have been updated, so you can now fully customize his trunks design after some of the parts on the side of the trunks weren't available to edit separately last year. Create an Arena was also briefly touched on, with the news that there are now between 20 to 25 new additional preset designs this year, which include the WWE Live Tour stage and the ability to select from 8 different arena sizes this year, which is one less than I was told last week. But all the arena sizes seem to be taken from the arenas used in WrestleMania mode, so you'll have the ability to create some large WrestleMania style arenas, with the smallest option appearing to be the small indie venue from last year. Apart from that, the other options show the ability to select the crowd type, which will affect the era of the shirts that are worn in the crowd, and the option to turn on the classic screen effect that is used in WrestleMania mode. Finally, the last mode that was seen was Create an Entrance, which now features the ability to assign positions to 2 and 3 man entrances, so you can cast a certain member of a team in a certain position, along with the new option to individually select a Titantron and separate Minitron video. Expanding on this, you'll also have the ability to turn off certain Trons, so you can choose whether or not to display the Trons on the header above the main Titantron, the walls either side of it, the electronic billboard, or the actual Minitron itself. So this is a cool way to customize it, especially if you're using a created superstar and you want to give them a Minitron, but say that you give them AJ's Minitron and it has AJ's name on the main Minitron section, you can actually turn that off, so that would mean that your superstar can then come out with just Minitrons playing on the header and the walls, so you don't actually have AJ's name appearing on the main Minitron section. Apart from what I've mentioned, the stream also confirmed 2 new loading screens for Chris Jericho and Ryback, and that will once again have entrance themes as the main menu music, with themes playing on the stream for the NWO, 3MB, Batista, Stephanie McMahon and Wade Barrett. So that's it, that's everything that was included in the stream, with Create a Moveset briefly being shown, as 2K will be holding a separate live stream for that mode next Tuesday to show off some of the new moves that have been added this year, and also confirmed that all the moves that were added as last year's DLC pack will be included on the disc this year. So there you go, let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and I'll catch you later this week for more on WWE 2K14.